Uh-oh. Somebody is walking in the woods with a knife without a belt. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Anyways, you can keep it in your pocket if you want to. We're just taking a short little trip into the woods near, or not near, but to the place you saw in a video I did about a week ago or so. Took my Buck 110 out and all. Found a little spot. We'll see if it's more suitable for perhaps a future overnight camp out or something of that sort. So stay tuned, and we'll see what kind of little pieces of gear we brought with us today to play with while we're out here in the woods. As you can see by my hat, you probably might have at least a couple guesses up your sleeve of what you will see coming soon. We're at the site where I filmed the one video with starting a fire in that little turtle shell, which was a bit of a failure. But here is this pawpaw tree. It goes down into the ground here. It's shaky and all, but it's not going to fall anywhere. You know what I mean? So today we brought with us my case Bowie knife, as we might do some big work here, chopping some stuff down, like maybe this tree, to get it out of our way. One hack. Now obviously that's not a thick tree, but so we'll just kind of clean this off a bit, and we'll do that with some other smaller branches around here and kind of stack them up in this section, probably from here on down to the bottom, to create some type of lean-to shelter where we could spend a night camping and hanging out, sleep over there. We can use the log here as a bench and maybe have a little campfire, roast some s'mores in that fire pit that I dug in the last video. And hopefully everybody can hear me okay. This is a live video, doing stuff, not voiceover like I do a lot of the time. So let's see. So anyway, we'll just do basic stuff like that. Not going to get crazy here and build some Corporal's Corner super shelter just for us. Just meant to be like a temporary look at, just to have a little bit of fun in the outdoors. Also, to help us out today, brought along this Harbor Freight axe that I've been working on modifying. Gave it more of a bearded axe type look. I mean, it used to come straight across, but I cut all that out and reshaped the handle, made it have a little better grip here, and also it can grip up here for smaller cutting if needed. So let's see how I ground this edge myself. Let's see if it'll cut. Edge might need a little more work, but oh man, I just dropped that rubber sheath. But it got through this thing. Ugh, it's tangled. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's not stable enough to cut. But here we can try, this front grip and kind of, hack off these smaller twigs like I did with the Bowie knife. Of course, to get that one out of my way first. if I was smart. So, axe could use a little more sharpening, but I do an okay job. But, you know, some of these twigs here we could of course break with our hands anyway, don't really need to use tools. But, hey, let's get to work. Turn it off. All right, my boy here has his Bucklite Max large knife that he got for Christmas. We haven't had a chance to put it to too much use yet, so it is it's a full tang knife. Definitely, you know, budget minded. Has kind of the rubberized glass reinforced nylon handle, but has a really nice blade shape and Buck's famous 420 HC steel. So let's see if you can try taking some of these twigs off. Remember, cut away from yourself. Now you got to kind of hack at it hard. It's not a saw. Yep, just like that. Very careful. Wow, that's a... Alright, now, see if you can get towards the bottom and bend the tree. Well, take off all those twigs first till you get to the bottom. Oh, that tree is already out of the ground. I thought that was stuck in the ground. Those last couple might be a little too thick for that knife, but you can try snapping them off. Okay, now here, now bring it back. Here we have a lesson in knife safety. He went to hand the knife to me like this, when in reality, he should turn it around, hold it by the spine of the knife, and hand it like this. So there is no risk of cutting anyone. But look at that nice drop point blade shape. If the camera focuses on it there. Sorry guys, just not going into focus. Likes the woods in the background. But here we can, you know, put it in a different grip, focus a little bit better. Anyway, buck stuff. This knife is really nice for a great price, as most buck knives are. All right, we're just gonna do a little bit of footage here. As you can see, there's a ton of weeds and grassy greenery and stuff. We're just gonna do a little bit of work to clear that out and see if this will, you know, make a nice, suitable campsite. And well, you don't want that long, weedy, grassy stuff around because it attracts some of our least favorite friends in the woods, the ticks. And we don't want that. So let's get to work. So what I'm doing, if I'm clearing out the branches and sticks and stuff, we're going to put those back here to eventually use as the back wall of this little lean-to shelter we're going to try to create. This is going to be a several part video. It's not a work all day, set up a shelter type of thing like Corporal's Corner does. As you know, I'm kind of doing this on my lunch break from work. And there's not really a whole lot of time to do something good all at once. So it's going to take some time. Eventually we'll get out here, have a little camp, enjoy ourselves, maybe even bring our baby brother along. What do you think?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. But maybe the edge on this is good enough. Well, I still want to sharpen it some more, but sinks in that old log here pretty good. Got a nice, good sized branch here. We can probably hack this in half. Just about here. Maybe I'll put that axe to some use. Sheath our knife for safety. Well, that didn't turn out so good, because we just hacked off, or not hacked off, we broke it off at the bottom. But still a thick piece of wood, so this still a good length. We can use our log here as an anvil. Chop it. So, as I said, needs to be sharpened a bit more. Work on this point a little more. Stick this into the earth as a kind of, a real starting point for our back wall of the shelter. There is this branch hanging down here. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not, or if you can even hear me talking so far away. But we can stick that point down. Voila! You can see there. I think should be pretty good. There. Hammer that in all right. One end works pretty good. rid of those. Now, get that whole branch off where it comes off there. Very careful. Chop it, hold it like I showed you. There we go. And we can put that there. Yeah, try to delimb that a little. Get all those real tiny things off. Forget if we mentioned before, his knife, that buck is a full tang. So it would make an excellent, outdoors and bush knife, hunting. This actually might be the best kind of all-purpose, do-it-all, under 50 bucks knife that Buck makes. Gosh, I forget what the regular retail is. Definitely 30 or less on the Bucklite Max. But for a full tang knife with Buck's famous heat treat on their steel, it's a good bang for your buck. The sheath on it leaves something to be desired, but this is where they keep that cost down. That knife, if they put it in a nice leather sheath, that price is going to go up. So the sheath suffices. If you get this knife and you're crafty, maybe you could do some homemade kydex for it. But the knife itself, very comfortable handle, grippy in the hand. Doing pretty good, delimbing that branch. Gonna get the one sticking up on the other side there. All right, and we might cut that from the bottom. And guys, there's a lot of trees in this little grove. They're gonna grow back. I know Scab from Choir Boys Color, gives a disclaimer for tree huggers and all that, but this is a forest. There's a lot of trees. There's probably already seedlings in the ground from every other species here, so we're good to go. We're not destroying the rainforest. Alright, another good limb for the wall. Whoa! Careful it don't hit you in the face. Look at this big old thick vine. Yeah, this axe definitely needs more sharpening. Still pretty thick there. Back to the grind. Something I had wanted to check out is this, what looks like a trail here. Want to check it out, see if there's any really super noticeable like deer tracks or anything, because if we want to camp in this area, definitely don't want to be stepped on by a deer in the middle of the night, or worse. Here, check this out. This is a bunch of pawpaw seeds here from probably last season. Some animal Probably enjoying a nice fruit meal here. Put those to the ground. Maybe a tree will spring up there. Anyway, it's definitely, who knows if this little worn trail is from deer or other wildlife. Oh, got these nasty spiders blocking the road. Get out of here. There's no real fresh tracks, but you can definitely see here's some deer hoof imprint, it looks like, there from some time back. It hasn't really rained much here in a while. It's hard to tell because it's so green and lush, but like grass that gets the sunshine heat of the day is all brown and crispy at my house. But definitely has been some deer activity here at some point. So just something to be cognizant of. Seeing those tracks here, if you're an experienced outdoorsman and camper, would you still pick this site over here? I don't know if you can, he's sitting over there, I don't know, 15, 20 yards away, probably 15. Would you still pick this spot? I would say it's probably safe. We would have a fire going and stuff around. Deer would sense our presence, through their smell and whatnot, but something to think about. But anyways, I think this should about do it for the day. So hopefully you like our future campsite, and I think we'll get some of these other down branches like that, in the mix for our shelter. We probably want it a little more leaning, as our first couple of pulls there are pretty straight, but we can fix that as we go on and actually really do something. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed me playing with my case Bowie a little bit too. Take it easy, everyone.